morning everyone. Welcome to Banao Bharat's Trading for Living Friday live session. We have had a very good start today since morning compared to yesterday's close. Yesterday being a expiry day, Thursday, it closed at the lowest point of the day and there was no signs of any kind of pullback in yesterday's trading session, but Friday morning has been totally different and you can see the chart here. This is the Nifty chart, opens at around 17,475, straight away gaps up and relentlessly has been going up for last about 8 candles now. So it is from the lows of 17,475, we are now currently seeing 17,627, almost 150 points above day's low and about 230 points since yesterday's close. You can see here, yesterday it was a down day, being an expiry day. There was kind of expectation that the expiry will close positively looking at the Bank Nifty data. So Bank Nifty might cross 41,000, but yesterday it didn't happen, and on the flip side it closed lower. Both Nifty as well as Bank Nifty closed lower and towards the lowest point of the day. But today has been very different, opens higher and continues to move higher. This is the chart of Nifty from the lows of 17,475, currently trading at 17,620. And you can see here, this is the chart of Bank Nifty from the lows of 40,755. You can see here, yesterday it closed at the lowest point of the day, 40,550, but had survived day before yesterday's low of 40,522. Yesterday the first candle high happened to be the day's high, and from there on it continuously kept going down. But today it is the other side of the move, opens at around 40,755, opens above yesterday's high of 40,942, makes an opening candle high at 40,970 and continuously goes to 41,416. Almost like Bank Nifty is currently trading at about 840 points higher. Well, what has changed between yesterday evening to today morning? The biggest asset of a technical analyst or a trend follower or a price action trader is he doesn't want to or doesn't have to worry about the reasons. For a fundamental analyst, when a market opens like this, he will freeze because he will not know the reason why is it gapping up and why is it continuously going since morning. We are about 2 hours into the trade now, and last 2 hours 8 candles on the 15 minutes chart are all in the green. Nothing has changed between yesterday evening 3:30 where it closed at the lowest point of the day and today morning 9:15 where it gaps up. So instead of looking for the reasons, better look at the price action, and the prices are telling right in the morning itself it is breaking above few days range. You can see here in the Nifty chart, it has convincingly broken the range in the first candle itself. The range was 17,550 to 17,380. When it is breaking in the first or second candle, then there is no reason for you to think twice on why is it going higher or lower. Get on board and get into the trade. Many a times even technical traders style and swift and enter quickly and wait through your trades according to your rules. If you had missed the trade, in the next candle itself it has climbed 20 points and in 2-3 candles it has gone above 17,600, which is about 50 points from the entry level. For a intraday trader who works on 50 to 60 points for the day, his trade is over in half an hour or 45 minutes time frame. Many a times it so happens the trade is over in the first candle where he enters itself, which means within the 15 minutes the trade is over, because most of the technical analysis system is based on momentum, and when the momentum picks up in the market, you should be right there. You should know your levels where the momentums might pick up. You should have a system which will give you an indication where might be the momentum, maximum momentum or maximum players might start entering either for long or short. See here at the breakout levels, generally there is high volumes, and there is for every buyer there is a seller, for every seller there is a buyer, which means at that point in time you will not know whether the buying is happening or selling is happening. Only based on the past data analysis you will be able to fairly tell whenever such a pattern emerges. Then when the breakout happens, it is mainly the buyers going long and sellers going for a short covering. At all points in time there are players in the market. You can see here yesterday it closed at the lowest point of the day, 17,380, which means people had carried short positions. There were net short sellers in the market who had not squared off their position for the coming week, and today when the market opens higher, people who are on the short side realize they have been wrong on yesterday's short positions, and today they have to quickly cover the position. So they are very agile and they quickly go and square off their short positions and maybe enter into the long side also. Apart from that, there are also the fresh long players who have been having no positions. They will look into the intraday system today and they will say there is a breakout in the very first candle, they will go long. So that is how the momentum picks up. Most of the price action based strategies or technical analysis system works on momentum, and you need to be there when the momentum happens. If you were there in the market today at 9:30, then you would have got a very clear trade on the long 50. There is big action coming up, so you need to be ready at those critical price levels. Price action trading is our field for so many years. Some of the technical analysis systems were developed in the early 70s. That is when the real technical analysis came into the picture. It's been about 50 years now that people on the stock markets are trading with technical analysis system, and all of these systems, all of the technical analysis systems have some merit in it. It's not there is only one system which works all the time. There is no system which works all the time, but definitely all the system work most of the time. It's how we fine tune it and use it for our advantage is what matters, because it could be Bollinger Bands, it could be RSI, it could be MACD, it could be simple moving average systems, or it could be stochastic systems, it could be mean reversion based strategies. Whatever is the thing, there is a merit to every system. I have found a system wherein I play on the edges, which means I play only the prices which have formed some critical highs and critical lows. So my system is based on the study of what is the price action that happens at yesterday's high, what is the kind of action that happens at yesterday's low, what is the price action happens on day before yesterday's high or day before yesterday's low. This way I have analyzed at each critical point, at each high of various time frames, what is the action that is happening, and based on that I have devised a system called this derivative trend system, wherein here we plainly work on the highs and lows. We don't use any averages, we use only price action, and we check the volumes at those price actions. Generally you can notice, if you have been my follower, if you have been studying my charts, you can see there is big volumes whenever the breakout levels that we have been pointing out. Only thing is, at those breakouts there are sometimes failures wherein it breaks out and it would be the reverse of that trade at that exactly the same point, which also means not all systems are foolproof. There is no holy grail in the system, and it gives us so much more to learn. So it's very important we realize the limitations of our systems and we navigate within that. The big requirement for a trader is he should know his limitations with respect to his capital. He should know his limitations with respect to his experience. He should know his limitations with respect to his skill levels. He should know his limitations with respect to his own systems that he has devised. Once he knows his limitations, then he will know when to cut short his losing positions and when to hold on to his winning positions. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses. That's very, very important. So today being a breakout day, it's a easy day to trade on such breakouts. Let us look into some more charts for the day. Maybe we will take some sectors which we don't generally watch regularly. We will see Tata Chemicals. Tata Chemicals is in the in-ranger pattern, opens around 1000, goes to 1006 and then comes down to 995. You can see here there are trends all throughout in any time frame. You can take a 15 minutes time frame, there is a trend. You can take a 30 minutes time frame, there is a trend. And if you can capture around 60 to 75% of the total trend movement, then you are a very, very good trader. See here in Tata Chemicals, the high is 1006 and the low is 995, which means in the last 1 hour it has moved about 10 points. If you had captured 6 points or 7 points in this overall 10 points movement, that means you are a good trader. Can you devise a system wherein you can capture some trends and about 70% of the total overall trend movement? Can you devise a system on identifying the trend and how far the trend moves and what could be or where could be your entry level and where could be your exit levels? If you can devise any system based on these lines, then it will be fairly working system, and in the long run definitely you will see some money out of it. So if you want to really learn how to go about forming your own systems, then you can contact us. We will help you in becoming a systems trader, developing algorithms, automating your rules. This is the chart of Tata Communications from the highs of 1219 comes down to 1204 and now trading at 1210. So here 18 to 4, about 14 points movement has happened on a 1200 rupees stock in the first few hours, which means even when there is a big breakout in Nifty and Bank Nifty, even when most of the stocks are going continuously up in all the candles, you can see here Tata Communication has its own pattern, has its own life cycle, and it is irrespective of what the market is doing, it is having a downtrend continuously. It is already in the downtrend pattern, in pattern number 241, opens at 1218 and from there on continuously comes down to 1204, which means 1 2 3 4 5 6 candles are in red. So how do you really identify these kind of one-sided movement of 6 to 8 candles? If you can identify one-sided movement in 6 to 8 candles, then you can definitely capture about 70% of that movement. Here in Tata Communication there is a support at 1202. So if you see Tata Communication trading at 1202, you can think of buying that for some at least up movement. Here Tata Consumers opens at 715 and continuously goes down. You can see here today being a up day, these stocks have no relevance to the market's movement. People say most of the stocks move in the direction of the index, which is to a large extent true also, but we should also be aware of there could be stocks which could have its own life cycle and keep moving on the downside irrespective of where the market is going. This is the chart of Tata Consumers from the highs of 715 has come down to 11.6. there is a breakdown level at 711.1. So if it goes much further, already from the highs it has started falling and it will pick up momentum of fall. Many people will enter at this level for further fall. So always at the highs and lows there is going to be big action. This is a chart of Tata Motors. Nothing much in the chart as of now. Opens at around 424, goes up to 428, again comes back to 426. It is in kind of sideways movement. Yesterday it was in the clear downtrend. Today, in spite of market doing extremely well since morning, this Tata Motors is in sideways movement. Tata Power opens at 207, goes up to 210, currently trading towards the day's high itself around 209. It is in the uptrend. Tata Steel is in the downtrend, opens higher, gaps up like index but does not sustain and comes down to 105, currently trading in the sideways region. It is now at 106. TCS from the highs of 3378 goes down to 3352 and from there on currently trading at 3361. Not much movement happening in TCS. Let us see other IT stocks. This is a chart of Infosys, opens at 1500. It does not break yesterday's high. Yesterday's high you can see here, the first candle high is 1499.55 and today it opens again in the red candle and the high is 1499.1. So obviously Infi is weak since morning itself. From the highs of 1499 comes down to 1481 and currently trading in the sideways region 1487. Let us see HCL Tech. HCL Tech breaks yesterday's high in the very first candle and now currently trading at 1126. It is in an uptrend and the highs of 1132 might again get taken over. So remember one thing, when the stock is in an uptrend, look out for buys. When the stock is in a downtrend, look out for sells. When stocks in an uptrend gaps down, that is when you have to look out for the reversals. So you need to have a very clear cut policy of what is your trend reversal level, what is your trend continuation level, what is the trend continuation pullback level. My whole system is devised based on the trend following system, wherein I have a very clear cut idea of what is the trend continuation level, when I can say the trend will continue further, when I can say the trend from the uptrend it will reverse to downtrend. So that is the trend reversal level. Every trend will have three parameters: trend continuation, trend reversal, as well as pullback levels. In an uptrend, sometimes market come down to the pullback levels, the support levels. That is where again it will take the support at those levels. You can buy in the uptrend and again it will start going higher. In a downtrend, it will be a resistance where it will come up to the resistance. From there on again it will start falling. So these are all the mechanisms. You need to have a very clear definitions, and if you want to know how to define those things, then you can join the Trading for Living course, wherein we will be helping people with this information. Let us see the Nifty again. Nifty doing exceedingly well from the lows of 17,475. From the breakout level of 17,550, currently trading at the highest point of the time 17,632. And Bank Nifty also doing very well from the lows of 40,755 goes up to 41,416. So in case you are liking the content that has been produced out of Banao Bharat's channel, do subscribe to the channel, share the channel with your fellow traders, and come back more frequently for any queries on your positions or on the next entry for any of your stocks or indexes. In the meanwhile, before I close down, I want to just make a small announcement. There is an event coming up in Bangalore called Investival, a very important 3 days event organized by Traders Gurukul as well as Money Control Pro. So as part of this event, I will be one of the mentor there, participating all 3 days, and if you want to meet me in person, you can come for the event. This event is one of the premier event because you will have some 25 plus fund managers participating in the event. So you will get first hand information on all of your mutual fund queries. Also there will be about 25 plus mentors who will be conducting live sessions as well as giving you lot of insights, wisdom from their trading experiences and from the systems that they have designed. So if you have any queries or if you want to have good network, you can attend this event wherein you will be meeting some of the experts in the industry and you will be having face-to-face discussion with them. So this event happens in the month of April, towards the April end, April 28th, 29th as well as on 30th. 3 days event in Bangalore at Taj Yeshwantpur. It is mostly a residential program, but for Bangaloreans, if you want to even take day passes, the day passes will be available. If you want to know more details, do call us on the number, then we will be glad to give you some really exciting offers for this event entry. Having said that, have a profitable day, have a relaxed weekend. Let us all once again meet on the Monday morning. Until then, Om Swasti.